about this movement is that it's predominantly driven by female motivation to get a man who doesn't care about them to care about them. These are all people, as is the trait in this movement, these are all people that felt some type of abandonment. Really, some form of abandonment is unfortunately what all these people felt. So their desperate attempt to try to make it seem like I care is actually the fact that all these people, and I don't mean to put them down for it, but this is not the way to go about it, by worsening yourself. I consider this worsening yourself, not bettering yourself, and asking other people to lower their standards to that point. And unfortunately this is the saddest thing. It actually screams how much they felt abandoned by men like us. And they say it in different ways, in their slang terminology, which is really bizarre in its own way. And that's the saddest thing about it. It's desperately trying to make people care who moved on, who accepted their freedom in a way, but they're like, no, don't accept my freedom, fight. And that's why they keep saying fight. They have this weird abandonment thing, and they're upset someone didn't fight for them, and they're projecting on random male. Obviously, as I mentioned, my situation is more complex. I don't want these, obviously they've hurt me. They've passed a red line with me to the point where, it doesn't matter what I think, or it doesn't matter what I think. I don't even want to think about. I'm just trying to have fun as much as possible, and it's not fun. Don't take me wrong. Don't take my resilience as like, oh, this is not a big deal. This is not the biggest human rights violation in modern history. It certainly is, and it's extremely brutal. But I'm a resilient person. I'm just trying to stick through it, and it bothers them deeply. But yes, these people, unfortunately, the motivation of this, which is the saddest thing about it, is that it's about people who felt no one fought for them, and they're projecting on random people on the street. And like I said, it's really not important for me. I'm just trying to keep a good mood, stay morale, stay out of these entrapment attempts, and I'm just trying to have fun as much as possible. But they also seem to have an issue. As good as they are with body language reading and facial reading, they seem to, once again, in this projection, they have my expressions, which they consider like, oh, we've done irreparable pain to him. It actually is me laughing in their face at their attempt to hurt me, like those expressions in my videos, in my dance videos, and they seem to not grasp that. Whether it's the narcissism or something, they seem not to grasp that, yes, I understand what you are, and it's funny to me, and maybe at this point they are understanding that, some of them, but at any event, it has nothing to do with the legality of the issue, that I have to move on and live my life, and they've done what they've done, and at this point there's a line or a wall, legal wall in between the two parties that is yet to be determined, and that's it, so